I'm Emma, a blonde American tourist who has traveled to over 20 countries, but I can honestly say nothing prepared me for Filipino time. Oh my gosh, nothing. And yes, I'm making sure CapCut knows it's me, the blonde lady narrating, because otherwise the AI will give me some random bald guy, and that's just unacceptable. When I first heard about Filipino time, I thought it was a joke. I imagined a magical clock that ran backwards, or maybe everyone carried a tiny watch that only worked in 5-minute increments. I imagined people casually strolling into parties an hour late, shrugging and saying, it's okay. Time is just a suggestion. I thought, how adorable, how quaint. How American people would never survive this. My first test came immediately when I was invited to a dinner party. The host, a sweet lady named Tita Maricar, told me the event would start at 6 p.m. Naturally, I assumed that meant 6 p.m. sharp. You know, like in the civilized world where people care about reservations and traffic, lights, and not showing up after the food is already gone. I got ready at 5:45, hair perfect, heels on, selfie stick in hand, and arrived at 6 p.m. The house was empty, silence. Only a single car parked in the driveway Tita Maricar's. I assumed. I texted her, "Hi, I'm here. Did I come too early?" No response. I paced. I checked my hair and every reflective surface. I decided to sit on the porch and wait. 6:15 rolled around. Still no one. I considered calling a taxi back home. I even thought about leaving a note on the door. "Dear Tita Maricar, I forgive you for your lateness, but please start feeding the guests who aren't me." 6:30 p.m. A car screeched into the driveway. Out stepped Tita Maricar, hair done, lipstick on point, a giant smile. She looked at me like I was the problem. "Emma, you're all ready?" "We just finished cooking." "Everyone else will be here soon." I blinked. "Everyone else isn't here?" She shrugged. They'll come. Filipino time, you know. Relax. Filipino time. I had read about it, but it's one of those cultural things you don't truly understand until you live it. Social gatherings are flexible. Late, no problem. Fashionably late, optional. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours late, perfectly acceptable. It's a system, a lifestyle, a national sport, apparently. And I, blonde American tourist extraordinaire, was about to be both impressed and mildly traumatized. By 7 p.m., the guests trickled in. By 7:30, most were present. By 8 p.m., everyone was eating, laughing, and completely ignoring my horror at the time. I, meanwhile, had brought a bottle of wine, which was warm because I had been carrying it in my car for 2 hours, and I felt personally responsible for every single minute that had passed. But the Filipinos? They were smiling, cheerful, laughing, pouring rice into their plates like it was the most normal thing in the world to be an hour and a half late to dinner. I tried to ask Tita Maricar about punctuality. "So, why is everyone late?" "Oh, Emma?" she said, waving her hand like I had asked a silly question. "We're late to social gatherings." "But flights? Flights are different." I tilted my head. "Different? How so?" She smirked. "Try missing a flight here, you'll cry. You'll curse. You'll pay triple just to get another ticket." Filipino time is flexible, but airfare? Deadly serious. And then it clicked. The cultural contrast. Social events are casual, communal, and inherently forgiving. Flights, however, are the ultimate test of punctuality. Miss a flight, and suddenly the entire universe is against you. There's no shrugging it off. There's no saying, "Hey, 5 minutes late, it's fine." There are financial consequences. And Filipinos, bless their punctual little hearts, understand this. My first encounter with this strict side of Filipino time came at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. I had booked a flight to Cebu, expecting a leisurely check-in, security line, and maybe a coffee before boarding. I was early, of course, blonde, cautious, prepared. What I was not prepared for was the sheer panic on the faces of Filipino travelers around me. They were calm, composed, yes, but there was a shared intensity that made my chest tighten. "Emma, you must understand. Missing a flight is not just missing a flight. It's a catastrophic, life-altering event. People sprint through the terminal with their passports clutched like gold bars. Children are carried. Luggage flies. Adults shriek. Tara na. Tara na, which roughly translates to move your butt. Emma. I followed a mother with 3 kids and a cart filled with snacks. I swear she could have qualified for the Olympic sprint team. She was weaving through travelers, hopping over suitcases, and I had never seen anyone so serious about getting to a check-in counter. Her kids? Surprisingly calm. In their heads, Filipino time applies here too. But mom says run, so we run. Meanwhile, I'm trailing behind, clutching my boarding pass, wobbling in my heels, and thinking, this is insane. Where is my American sense of order? Why did I ever think punctuality was universal? We get to the counter. She slides her boarding passes across. Excuse me, ma'am, can I check in? I whisper to her, are you nervous? She looks at me like I'm a child. Nervous? No, calm. But flight leaves in 10 minutes. Must run fast. And she was right. Filipino time suddenly becomes laser-focused, hyper-efficient, life or death. The 5 minutes you might consider late in the US? Deadly. The 15 minutes people are late to dinner parties back home in Manila? Totally fine. It's a flexible system for social gatherings and a rigid, unyielding law for flights. This duality fascinated me. I started paying closer attention. At a coffee shop, a man sat casually chatting with a friend, checking his phone. It was 2 p.m. His flight was at 2:15. I panicked internally. He calmly sipped his espresso. I asked him, don't you have to go? Aren't you worried about the flight? He looked at me, blinked, and said, flight? Oh, don't worry. Filipino time is flexible, but check-in counters are not. I'll leave in 5. Just enough time to pay and run. I'm Emma, remember? Blonde, trusting, totally not used to this balance of chaos and precision. I was in awe. Social gatherings were a carnival of lateness and patience. Flights were a high-stakes, choreographed sprint. Filipinos had mastered the art of timing. It's both terrifying and impressive. Later that week, I attended a wedding. Filipinos have an incredible ability to shrug at the start time. Ceremony was supposed to start at 3 p.m. People started arriving at 3:30. The groom? Still missing. The bride? Perfectly composed. Emma, stressed out, fanned myself with my program, counting every second. But here's the magic. No one else cared. Music played. Guests laughed. Children ran wild. Someone handed me a plate of pancit. I relaxed slightly. I thought back to the flight experience. Same people, different rules. Social flexibility. Strict punctuality when money, schedules, and international obligations were at stake. The duality is hilarious and ingenious. A social gathering? Who cares if you arrive at 6:30 instead of 6? A flight? Miss it, and you owe thousands, cry in front of strangers, and beg for mercy. I found myself laughing at the absurdity. Blonde American Emma, sitting under a tent at a wedding in the Philippines, eating pancit and sipping iced tea, marveling at this beautiful paradox. Filipinos can smile through floods, brownouts, traffic jams, and social chaos, but put them on a flight, and suddenly the precision is unreal. You do not joke with the airline. At one point, I asked my Filipino friend, Carla, why does Filipino time exist? Why not be punctual everywhere? She laughed. Because, Emma, life is too short to stress about parties. But flights? Flights are short, too. But if you miss them, life gets expensive. She was right. And I, blonde American tourist, started appreciating the brilliance of it. I started observing every moment. The jeepney rides where the driver casually ignores the clock. The birthday parties where the cake comes out 2 hours late. The afternoon siestas that delay weddings by 30 minutes. All acceptable. All part of the charm. And yet, at the airport, these same people turn into sprinting warriors, wielding boarding passes like weapons, dodging luggage, glaring at the security line like it personally insulted them. I'm Emma, still blonde, still shocked, still narrating. It's beautiful chaos. A cultural distinction that's both hilarious and impressive. I even tried it myself. At a small dinner gathering, I arrived late, and everyone smiled at me like I was right on time. At the airport the next day, I sprinted through the terminal, heart racing, boarding pass clutched like life itself depended on it. Same people, same country, same rules, but two completely different worlds. Filipino time, social gatherings are a joke, flights are serious business. I laughed, I cried, I took selfies. I'm Emma, blonde, slightly traumatized, deeply entertained. And I will never ever forget it. Because somewhere in Manila, someone is late to a birthday party. And someone else is running like a panicked cheetah to catch a plane. And both are equally Filipino. I'm Emma, blonde, American, and I love every second of it, even the ones I think I'm going to die laughing.